Hey everybody, how's it going? I come to you today, believe it or not, with a product review. I actually had AUXBEAM reach out to me and ask me if I would be willing to install and test a set of their LED products to my choosing. And it just so happens that I was actually in the market for some LED headlights or HID headlights for the Prelude over here. A while ago, I replaced the housings, just the sealed beam capsules, with some H4 housings, and wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I have decided that since they reached out to me, I'd go ahead and give these a try. So I'll go ahead and open them up and show you what they look like. Okay, I've got the package opened up. Comes in a decent box. In it are the LED lamps, fan, the driver, and the plug that goes into the car's harness. Looks pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and take apart the pop-up headlight, take out the capsule, and I'm hoping there's going to be enough room back there for everything. So hopefully I'll be able to make this work. Okay, I've got the old headlight out, and I've got this rubber collar off of it, and I'm just going to take out the old halogen bulb, and I'm going to have to try to fit this around the neck of this, which I might have to, slice it a little bit, but no big deal. And my hope is that these fan assemblies will reasonably fit inside the pop-up headlight assembly. It looks like it should be very, very close, so fingers crossed. Alright, I tried thinking about a way to adapt this rubber collar, but this thing is just too deep and it ends up covering up a lot of the fan, so I've had to do something a little bit ghetto. It's not the headlight, it's not AUXBEAM's fault, it's just the design of this aftermarket housing. So I didn't want to cover up any of the vents for the fan, but I wanted the headlight to be somewhat waterproof and moisture proof, so this should do the trick. You won't see any of it, and thankfully my fears were unfounded, and there is plenty of room back here, even in a pop-up headlight assembly, because what I forgot was that this actually no longer will go on the back of the headlight. So the fan assembly will take the place of this, and then this will go down further and plug in. So good news, I'm going to go ahead and get this one installed. Okay, the driver's side is in, and for some reason my driving lights are looking green on this camera, but they actually perfectly color match. They're both 6000K. I don't know why they're coming through as green, but the LED is definitely much more brilliant than the halogen, which is obviously the passenger side. And I'll do a nighttime shot of this so you can get a good idea, but the only drawback that I could see is that there's a whirring noise from the fan, which, can't really do anything about that. You won't hear it inside the car, of course, but it is something to be aware of when you try to go with these LEDs that have the cooling fan. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together. So here's the passenger side, and I took this rubber collar off, and it's super simple, and whatever housing you have is probably going to be a little bit different, but with this H4 housing, you just squeeze these pins together and the old halogen lamp comes out. The new assembly only goes in one way because it's got these, let's see, these 3 tabs, so they'll only go in one way. And then you just put this back, and I'll wrap some tape around the opening of this and install it. Alright, just one quick note. I went to put these down, and the wiring got bound up on the mechanism, because obviously flip-up headlights were never designed to have anything other than these, sealed beams in them. So I just had to take them apart again and tape up the wiring, so now it's not bound up, and it's not a problem. So I'll go ahead and give this one last video clip here when it gets dark, and I'll show you what they look like at night. It's a bit of a night shot before I take it for a ride. Hope these aren't going to be too bright, too blinding to other drivers. I know they're not really supposed to go in anything other than a projector beam, but LEDs are supposed to be, you know, more directional than HIDs, so we'll see. Okay, here is a night shot. As you can see, these LED headlights really do a great job of lighting up the road. I'm actually really impressed. The only issue I could see is that there's going to be some kind of poor cutoff, but that would be due to the, you know, the housings and the lens and housings they're in. But for the most part, definitely very happy with the way they look. They got the brights, low beams, and yeah, very happy with these. So definitely special thank you to AUXBEAM for sending these out to me, and I'm glad I was able to get them installed and make this video. So I'll put the link in the description below for where you can buy these. They sent these to me via Amazon, so but I know they're available anyplace else, so I will go ahead and include that. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.